My name is Simon Wood. I'm Group CEO for Ubisecure. I'm based in the UK. Ubisecure operates from Finland, UK, Sweden, and Benelux. We are a digital identity specialist. We produce a platform that enables customers to work with high assurance identities cross-border with a specific focus on reducing fraud and increasing security. We do that by converging identity and delivering access security for better user experiences. Our platform delivers customer IAM capabilities and LEI capabilities, and we merge those to provide a broad set of representation governance capabilities. So the LEI is a reasonably modern happening. It's a legal entity identifier. They originate from the financial crisis back in 2007-2008 and were set up by the G20 to attempt to observe the causes of that original financial crisis, so understanding who is who and who owns who. The LEI provides a high assurance organization identity. LEIs are created, generated by organizations called LOUs, local operating units. Ubisecure is a local operating unit through our brand Rapid LEI. We were accredited in 2018 to issue LEIs and have grown to be the world's #1 issuer of LEIs since then. Today we're issuing nearly 1 in 4 new validated LEIs each month. The LEI as a mechanism originally to combat financial fraud and understand who is who features very highly in financial markets today, and that's driven by a number of regulations. We do see looking forwards that the LEI has a number of use cases that go far beyond those initial regulations. For example, KYC, more advanced representation use cases. We see case studies from organizations like McKinsey that show that using such an identifier within a banking organization can save up to $4 billion a year. We've been working with Ascertia for a long period of time. Actually, the executive team within Ubisecure has its roots in GMO Global Sign, and we worked significantly with Ascertia then. But through the Ubisecure relationship, we actually have two lines of partnership with Ascertia. Firstly, Ascertia have been fundamental in helping us develop the issuance platform that we use for Rapid LEI, and great teamwork that goes on there to drive that forwards, and that continues today. As we look forwards, then we see the signing use cases for LEI becoming more and more in demand in the marketplace, and working with Ascertia to enable digital signing solutions that incorporate the LEI into that signing capability, for example through Signing Hub, as an ability to use that and get that deployed through more and more external organizations. The benefits including LEIs and digital signatures are manyfold. When you look at the contents of a digital signature, we see that there is almost always individual data in there, so an individual's identity, but oftentimes we also see organization identity in that signature as well. Individual data tends to be reasonably static. Organization identity is more likely to be changeable, more potential to be dynamic, and can be changed before the signature is even used. So when a certificate is generated and that organization identity is locked into the certificate itself, by the time you come to use it, it is possible that that is changed. The advantage of incorporating the LEI into that signature is that it gives you an external reference to that highly assured data source. And that allows you to always have the current information for the organization while preserving the non-repudiation and the legal linkages that you would expect to have through that digital signature back to that organization. Of course, to be able to do that, you need standardization, and you need a standardized way for that information to be incorporated into the certificate and therefore into the signature. There have been a couple of years ago, changes by ETSI and ISO to the signature profile definitions and the standards around that. And that means there are now standard places for that information to be placed within the various signature types, certificate types that exist that can be used by signing solutions.